Hey guys, Chronicles Faith here, and I am going to do BJD Addicts Prompt number 4, which is doll backstories. So I'm really excited to do this prompt because this was a big reason that I got into BJDs in the first place. The question is, do you give your dolls backstories? Yes, I do. I'm actually a writer, which is, I'd like to do it professionally someday, but I don't know how likely that is. I'm working on a novel right now, but that's a whole nother story. So I'm a writer, and I would say that, initially when I got into BJDs, I was excited at the concept of what they call shelling my characters. I thought it was so cool that people customize their dolls to look like their characters and give them all these personalities, and like having this physical representation. I thought that was really cool. So I was like, I want to do that. I would say probably 90% of the dolls that I will own will be based on pre-existing characters. There's a few sculpts that I've just seen that I've been like, oh my gosh, I want to own that. I have to have that just because it's so cool. But like, for example, I have a doll coming that is not based on any character. I just wanted the doll, so but I've given her a backstory, kind of. I'm still in the process of working on it, so yes. And I'm gonna try really hard not to make this too long, because I know that I can tend to ramble on about my characters for a while, but I'm gonna try really hard to keep it kind of condensed. And if I have to, I'll make it 2 parts, but hopefully I won't ramble that much. Okay, so start with Takata, since she's right here. This is Takata, and her full name is Takata Matsuda Dubois. She's half Japanese and half French, kind of. That was the ethnicity of her parents. She's actually half vampire, and her other parent was a unicorn, because when I'm writing, like, I write fantasy, ooh, big surprise, but mythical creatures that don't traditionally appear as humans, like unicorns and dragons, are capable of taking on human forms to sort of like blend in, and because in the modern age, not a lot of people believe in that, and like it would just be disastrous if they were, discovered. So they take on human form for their own safety and to avoid like blowing the minds of the masses. But anyways, she actually had 2 dads and no mom. She is really weird. It's a long story, but basically, obviously, since it's fantasy, that magic exists, and her parents were friends with a really powerful entity who allowed them to have children because they had more than one child. Yeah. She has 3 siblings. She has an older sister named Amethyst, who is pretty much like her polar opposite, I guess. She's really mature and like just really down to earth, and she married a pharmacist. Like, she's totally like the most normal of that whole family. But anyways, she also has 2 older brothers who are twins. Their names are Ichigo and Yokan, and they are shaman. She is a luthier, I think that's how you say it. Basically, she makes violins and she can repair them, and she repairs like cellos and violas and that kind of thing. So that was just kind of a random thing that I thought of when I was playing her a long time ago in a online role-playing chat type thing. So, but I liked it, so I decided to keep it for this incarnation of her character. And she has a boyfriend named Ferdinand, or Cupcake. He is Haido, my roommate's angel of dream chi, and he's so cute. But he's like a demon, and he's like not even, his personality's not cute at all. But anyways, we have yet to figure out exactly their story. We're not sure yet how they met, or yeah, we haven't figured that out yet. We're planning to work on that soon. We want to write their story up and like, figure it all out. But yeah, so they have a child named Tobias, who is 5, and he's so cute. We have yet to figure out like, were they married when he was born? Are they married now? How, it's just like, we don't really know yet, but we do know that they're together. And they have a baby who is 5, and he's the cutest thing ever. So there you go. Takata is like one of my favorite characters personality-wise, which is nice because normally I kind of don't like my girl characters, especially the more that they're like me, the more I tend to not like them and not want to write them because I get bored. So she's the baby of her family, so she was totally spoiled by her 2 older brothers and her parents, and her aunt, and everyone in her family. Like, she was the baby, one of the last kids to be born in that family, so everyone spoiled her. She used to be really bratty. She's grown out of it, at least. Now that she's older, she's not quite so bratty, but I think that now that she's a mom, she's kind of matured and not so, I have to have things my way, because that was her to a T. She is bouncy, she's fun-loving, she likes to dance, she just likes to have a good time, and sometimes she can be kind of selfish, but at the same time, like, with her family, she's really giving and loving, and she's always out to look after them and make sure they're okay and that kind of thing, so she's a good girl. One thing I will say about her is she's really straightforward. Like, she has an incredibly straightforward personality. She's not good, like, she doesn't understand people who lie or make stuff up or backstab or, like, will pretend to be nice and then, you know, act completely against that. She has no, like, comprehension of that. So she's a little bit naive, I guess, and it makes her kind of gullible. So people can take advantage of her, but luckily she has Ferdinand now, who is, like, probably, I mean, you can't get much past him, so she's okay now. So that is Takata, and I really am excited to work out the rest of her backstory with Hairo, so I guess whenever we figure that out, I'll give you guys an update. My camera decided that I made the video too long, and it ran out of space, so cut it off. So that's awesome. I guess that means this is going to be 2 parts.